So another trivia question this morning. Who is one of the best Welsh players and coaches in pro hockey history? Okay. Try to think of any player from Wales who had great success in the NHL. You might be hard pressed because Wales is known for great rugby and soccer players, not for pro hockey. We're going to talk about the curious case of the very, very respected William John Trevor Evans, better known as Jack Evans. Now, he was a NHL defenseman and coach who played 14 seasons in the NHL for the Rangers and Chicago Blackhawks. Now, he was born in Gamut, Wales on April 21st, 1928. But his family moved to Drumheller, Alberta, a beautiful community, in his youth. Now, he spoke only the Welsh language and no English until he entered school, and later spoke the language with an elongated drawl, as the similarities between Evans' manner of speaking and the traditional Southern accent led him to earning the nickname of Tex from teammates, even though it was, he wasn't from Southern U.S. Now, although he did not begin playing hockey until he was 14, by age 20, a quick-learning Evans was a leading junior defenseman and participated in the 1948 Memorial Cup. The same year, he signed a minor league contract with the Rangers. Now, Evans played 5 games over the next 2 seasons while gaining experience in the AHL. He would then spend the next 4 years as the Rangers' 7th defenseman, moving in and out of the lineup as needed and serving as a valuable defensive reserve. Now, during the 55 season, Evans finally cracked the regular lineup and worked significant minutes for the next 3 years on the blue line. In 58, he moved on to Chicago, where he played a similar role for his final 4 seasons. He was a member of the 61 Stanley Cup, making him the first Welsh Stanley Cup champion. Now, Evans played in the 62 NHL All-Star Game in Toronto, also making the first NHL All-Star player from Wales. In 64, the Blackhawks released Evans, but the veteran continued to play in a variety of minor leagues until he retired in 72 at the age of 44. Now, in 74, his coaching career came to a heavy level as he was hired to coach for the Salty Golden Eagles of the WHL. After 1 season that included Coach of the Year honors, he was promoted to the team's parent, the California Golden Seals. He coached the tough franchise in his final year in the Bay Area and his 2 seasons as the Cleveland Barons before the financially troubled organization merged with the Stars in 78. Now, the NHL returned to Bay Area only years later when the Sharks started playing in 91. Now, Evans returned to the ECHL bench before being hired by the Hartford Whalers in 83. In his 3rd season with the club, he earned a playoff berth, and in 87 he led the club with a 2-division title. Unfortunately, a poor performance the following year resulted in Evans being fired mid-season. Unfortunately, Evans died of prostate cancer at his Connecticut home in 96 at the age of 68, but he was well known to Montreal Canadiens fans for leading a Hartford team that, although not as strong as the Nordiques in the Adams division, they gave Montreal fits, especially the 86. Hartford could have easily won the cup that year if they got past Montreal, but Claude Lemieux settled that late in overtime in Game 7. Now, best season with Hartford was again 87, where they won the division 43, 30, and 7. And overall NHL coaching totals: 237 wins, 303 losses, 74 ties, and it's not every day that someone can say the best hockey player from Wales, but his final totals show. But by the way, we're talking his minor league totals. He had a very big fascination for the West Coast teams because he played with the LA Blades, Vancouver Canucks, California Seals, and the San Diego Gulls from 65 to 72. Now, find the NHL totals, and he played in numerous consecutive games between 56 and 1960. He was going towards 350 contests, but unfortunately didn't reach that level. Again, NHL totals: 19 goals and 80 assists for 99 points in 753 games, and 4 points in 56 games in the playoffs. Best statistical season was 62, where he had 17 points in the regular season. Like I said, he was never there to score a lot of goals or pile up the assists, but he wasn't scared to take a penalty, even though his penalty totals went down a little bit after he moved from the Rangers. Again, the big goal for a lot of people was the one he scored in the Stanley Cup playoffs in '61, which, according to published reports, was kind of unforeseen and kind of motivated his teammates. Said, "Well, if Jack can score, maybe we can win." Because anytime he scored, it was an important goal. At one point over his last 5 seasons with Chicago, he only scored 5 times. So that one goal in the '61 final drew a lot of attention and momentum. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. Travis Cook has asked for this podcast, and several of the requests we're posting in the coming days are his fault. So please take Travis's good impact with the channel. Make a request or a comment, is well appreciated. Not everybody knows everything about hockey, but all of us together, we could probably know everything. You know, we can't just do it ourselves. This channel is for all the hockey fans out there that didn't have a channel like this before. Because how many people know these players and take time to break down kind of like mini stories? You know, sort of like a CV, but in more, direct and appreciative form. Thanks for listening. Bye.